Okay, so I'm at my job and I'm sitting here like I need to talk to you guys because I'm in this process of trying to understand why we couldn't get this to our skulls. And this is more so for people that is looking to have a brand. What's your intentions and how to make sales and all this yada yada yada. Very simple format. So I tell people, or at least I try to tell people. I'm gonna tell you guys. I try to tell people. I'm gonna try to tell you guys. Two things that matters in every single business. Every single one. I don't care which business it is. I don't care what you're trying to do. It matters in every single business to function and to grow. Two things, two essential things. That's it. One of them being is getting attention. You have to get people's attention some way, some format. You have to go where the attention is to then get their attention. You have to retain their attention, so far, so on and so forth. The second thing, is you need to be able to give them a reason why whatever you're getting their attention for is worth buying or retaining or subscribing or whatnot of that nature. Everything else is everything else. That's the fluff called sprinkles, ingredients to the main cook recipe. It doesn't really matter. Everything else is everything else. That goes for content and so on and so forth. Those are the two things. Attention and why am I buying this? Or why am I still here? Why should I be still here? And so on and so forth. And I speak on this, and especially on this particular platform, to hopefully help you guys out. Because I have a couple brands or a couple people that want their shots done via me. And as I'm talking to them, and as they're showcasing me and asking me what they want, back of my head goes, this looks cool. This looks fun. This looks entertaining for them. Not for the person that's buying, not for the person that wants to get it. They may get a few customers. Don't get me wrong. They may get a few customers. Excuse me. But that's... had donuts. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to even burp. Indigestion. But that's what the main premise of all this is. It's like, okay, yeah, fancy lights. And make it look like there's so many people rocking the brand. And it's like, cool. I'm not going to say you're not going to get sales, but if you want to maximize your sales, this is a if. If you want to maximize your sales, show me as a consumer why I should buy this product. You have my attention. It looks cool, looks fancy, whatnot. Why should I buy your product? As a photographer, that is my job to shoot, edit, and design why the person that views your brand or your product or your whatever on the other end should buy such thing. Granted, you could, type it. My product is so good that it represents such and such way, but images speak way more images in the sense of, a still photo or frames per second, aka a video, speaks more volume than just a couple words. The words enhance what's already being visually seen. That's it. The words enhance what's been seen or physically present. That's it. So for me, when I shoot you or do a video for you and your goal is to get money, my goal is to help you get as much money as possible with the skills I can provide the current state. And I'm speaking in this manner because a lot of times, again, when I'm having these talks with these people about either in the past, currently, or potentially in the future about their brand, in my head I'm going, you're missing the reason why somebody should buy your stuff. All this stuff is cool. Yes, shoot a photographer because either you have the money or you want to make the thing look cool. But it's not giving the consumer anything. It's not really giving value to the person that's buying your product. And I'm more so saying this because of the fact that in some cases, I have people that want to direct. They have a vision for their product and they want me to shoot it. And I'm like, okay, usually I'm fine with it. Last person that did that, the model, I'm not going to say no names, the models were still face, everything was dry. I would take accountability on my end and say the colors are overly saturated, but it just didn't hit. At least from my perspective, it did not hit from what I've seen from countless ads in taking the knowledge and YouTube searching and testing out to a degree from my own sense of like, okay, this is why so-and-so will buy such product and so on and so forth. So I'm like, the last time somebody directed, I was like, all right, well, because I can direct. But then again, most people not looking for me to direct unless it's a one-on-one photo shoot. And even then, a lot of times when I do shoot and I give the photos I give, if you see them on their side of the page, it's most likely what they like, not what's going to make them a sale. Because when I'm shooting, it's not to make them a sale, it's make them to feel happy, which is a good thing. I did my job. But how it got there from direct message to the end result of the photo, most of the times you guys miss, which is why I'm changing the content or the format of the content I'm providing, and I'm going to start broadcasting my photo shoots as a podcast. So moving forward, I will most likely start asking the Miles questions. We'll have some good laughs, and you guys get to join in on the behind the scenes, which is like low-key just a podcast, and that will be known as the Hangout. That will be the Hangout because the Hangout's been kind of like dry lately. I was supposed to get models, and the reason for that being is because times I don't really reach out, and I'm more like, okay, well, let's do the video after the shoot, and then by after the shoot, they're completely tired and don't want to really do anymore. So it works. So I'm like, I thought about it. I watched some videos, and a video came across. It's like, different formats and the platforms are trying to push podcasts more and more often. So I'm like, why not turn what I already do into a podcast? I think that'd be a fire idea. I don't see an issue with it. I don't have it now, but I have a microphone that I can use to record myself in the model. And depending on what the model is wearing, I can place it where it's not being seen when I take photos. Or I can just edit it out, either or. I mean, it's possible to just edit it out. Just more work. But, yeah. So, for those that are brands that potentially are watching this, because even I was making this mistake. Actually, let me take that back. I was making this mistake where I would just show you guys, the consumer, the people that are watching these videos, yo, this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm doing it, but I'm not giving you value of why you should book me. I'm not giving you value of why you should come to me, ideally, versus anybody else. Not just because of convenience or maybe the area, or in some cases, maybe because I'm cheap. Maybe because I'm cheaper. I'm not giving you those things. Some people actually look at me expensive. And to be honest to them, I'm like, well, either you pay it or not, because I'm not going any lower. Like, originally I had a price that was for the summer. I'm no longer going back to that price at all. Like, for nothing. The only way I'm going back to that price is unless it's incorporated into a package in a sense of like, okay, it's a group shot. Now you can pay the price that was there for the summer, but the overall price is still that overall price. So hypothetically, let's just say that I was charging $50 shoots and I ended that during the summer. Now, if you want a $50 shoots again, The only way to do a $50 shoot would be that I'll charge $200, and each of the models, which would be 4, will pay 50 to equal 200. Then y'all can get y'all shots within the hour, so on and so forth, and yada yada yada. But singular individual person is no longer getting $50 for a photo shoot. Not happening. Just throwing that out there. I hurt my head. Scratching a little too hard. But yeah, I made that mistake. And what I will say is, since I made that mistake, I realized from another YouTuber, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, it's a showcase like, yo, this is what you should be showing your people. Because when I had a conversation with a model, and I think I may have recorded that portion of the conversation, I will be uploading that conversation within now to potentially mid-October, maybe, or something around there. The reason why I'm waiting is just because it takes a long time for me to transfer that file over, and because I'm planning on getting a new phone, I'd rather just wait until I get the phone, have that file transfer over to that phone, and then start working from there. But I had to ask her, and she was like, yeah, I realized, I told her that I was like, I feel as though I don't showcase how I am and what I do during a shoot. She's like, yeah, I was trying to get a sense of that when I was going through your page, and I really couldn't find that, so she was kind of iffy. But then, obviously, because she seen the results I was putting out, she wanted to work with me. I'm like, fair. And, right there is a prime example. Give reasons, because you got, whatever you're doing right now, most likely has somebody's attention. So give that person the attention, but then give them a reason why they should come to you, and so on and so forth. And not just, because I have pretty pictures, or the product but the things I do is, up there, or whatever it case to be, but because me as a brand is lovable. Me as a brand is easy to talk to. Me as a brand is very kind-hearted. Me as a brand, in some cases, is flexible. Wherever negotiation talks, da-da-da. But I don't display that, because all you see is just me going to New York Fashion Week and doing a small recap, which that video will be coming out soon as well. I actually have not tons, but I have a lot of content from that. I still have pieces of the fashion shows I need to upload. So I say all that to say, yeah, if you're a brand, focus on what makes whatever you're putting out a reason to buy. I got this, which took me some time to get, because the brand that I was presented towards gave me an image of okay, if I wear this, I'm part of that group, or this is what represents me. So with the watch, I feel like I got this color because this represents me, and this works with the ecosystem of my phone or whatever other device that I have. The place you work represents who you are or what you provide to said building and the people that come into that building. There's all that plays as a factor. Most of it's subconscious. Not like people are going to just automatically know, yeah, this is the answer, but most of it's subconscious. But I say that to say, like I said, focus on what makes the person consume whatever you're putting out. And as photographers, same gist. What are you putting out to say, yo, come shoot me because of these reasons? Or this is what I can provide for your business based on the clients I've been working with and the things that I've been showcasing. I'm actually about to make a little reels of not all, but some of my reviews that I've had for the last, few months. And that's going to be a reels. I'm like, yeah, I have reviews. People enjoying my stuff. So stuff like that. Or just even talking to your client of the things that you are knowledgeable in, so they are aware of it. Or show them that you're guiding poses, or show them that you're doing this way because of this reasons. It will help you way more than just being flashy. and like, oh yeah, I'm here, and it's like, well, what benefit? All for me goes, okay, you're expensive, but there's not enough reason for me to buy from you because I'm not getting much from you. Like, okay, you're just expensive. Like, I've seen there's models I want to work with, like shoot, but most majority of the time, if I were to pay, I'm like, why am I paying you the rate that I should be or can be paying certain models when all you do is just flaunt on the internet? I don't see much value, and like, I know there's people that want this. Also get into that sector. I know that's not really about that conversation, but this is a little bonus one. If you want free work, provide value. And this goes to models more so than photographers, because photographers, after some time in the game, you understand it. Models, you don't really get it. You just don't. And by say value, I'm like, if I can't make money off of your photos because I paid you, then why do I need to book, or why do I need to have you in my shoot for free? Answer that for me. If I'm not making money off of what you do for this shoot, and you want me to give you a free shoot, because this is the difference, and I explained this before. The person who asking has the leverage. If I ask said model, the model has leverage over me if she wants to charge or not. If the model is asking me to shoot, I have leverage to charge her or not. And like I said in a prior short, do not expect free. Do not expect free. You can hope for free, but you cannot expect free. That is very disrespectful to whoever provides whatever service. Do not expect free. As a matter of fact, if you are aware of a service that you want to have, look up how much that service costs before you even hit up that person and say, I want to work with you. Look it up. Look how much it potentially costs. And then go from there. Because you wouldn't want that on your end for somebody else to come up to you and be like, yeah, I want to work with you, and I want to know your prices. And it's like, oh yeah, I charge this much. It's like, ooh, that's a little out of my budget range, and I'm sitting here like, you consider me professional, right? Yeah. Okay. So if you consider me professional, do you consider me an advanced or intermediate? And the answer probably be yeah. I'm like, okay. So then look up advanced and or intermediate photographer cost. You can even chat GTP it or AI it and see how much the potential cost may be based on the factors maybe in your area or just maybe in general. Because off rip, depending on what package you're asking, beginners start out roughly about $25 to $100. Intermediate is roughly between $150. Now again, prices can vary. You can start beginner at $150, but talking portraits only right now. It can be from $200 to $500, $600, and professionals can land between $400 to, you guessed it, up there. So therefore, I'm just saying. For me personally, I definitely feel as though, even though I don't have the clients like that, I definitely feel like my work is up there where starting price should be $500 before I even move out the door. That should be. And I'm going to charge that. My plan is by the end of this year, I'm going to end up charging that. Whoever books me. I mean, that's on them. They're going to book me. But if my clientele change, then my clientele change. I'm not worried my clientele change once that year is up, because that's how much I value myself. And a lot of people that see my work or have subscribed and see my work then, they'll probably say, damn, you're worth more than that. And I'm like, well, I still have more to prove to the people that I am worth that. And that's why I'm switching my content very soon. So thank you guys for rocking out with me on this rant, conversation, discussion. Catch you next time. Peace. I'll probably do this every here and there or when I'm in the mood to go on a rant. But yeah. Peace out.